All right, bud. Welcome to the show, everybody. My name's Scott Smith, and this is my co-host, Mr. Duncan Smith. How you doing, bud?
What's up, everybody? What's up, man?
This is our intro episode to the Pod Punk Cast. We're
I think
talking
that's the
about
name we're going with.
something like that. We're going to talk about albums influenced by, influencing pop punk, adjacent to pop punk, classic albums themselves.
What kind of stuff? What kind of stuff you've been listening to these days?
What day is it? Sunday. The Geese, bud. Loving that Geese album. They were just on SNL last night. Did you see that? You see the SNL episode?
No, I didn't. My friend from work was telling me about that album as well.
Really?
Yeah,
Loving
now
it.
it's a
Yeah,
couple people
it's
now.
good. Yeah, boys run looking good live. I don't know. I think they're like 24 years old.
I mean,
Anyway,
for new stuff, I'm kind of chewing on that new Goldfinger, but it's only a couple days, and it's already feels old. It's just it feels
yo,
like
I
everything that they've done before. But I mean,
uh,
I'm excited about it. Got some tickets. Bought tickets the other day for the history show.
that album sucks. I mean, I listened to it once. Just came out on Friday, but man, I don't know. I mean, we're going to talk about Goldfinger soon enough, but their days are numbered. I mean, they're over. What is it? Album number 9.
This is their ninth, yeah, and that album's called Nine Lives.
It's by about like you text me saying what by
I
song
liked it.
7 it
Oh,
just
like the first two songs have been out for about it feels like a year now, and then the third song, it's like it got worse and worse. But the third and fourth song I thought were pretty good. A couple songs actually near the end I really liked, but it's comparable kind of to the last one that I didn't really get into. But yeah, have to buy a ticket.
it's
Have to
I
buy a
wouldn't even call
ticket.
them
See
Goldfinger
them.
anymore.
Yeah.
They're the
Well,
John Feldman band, and I feel like every album sounds more and more produced, and it doesn't have any like natural Goldfinger sound.
there's a little bit, but I agree with you.
I don't know.
I've been
Without
wanting to see them
Darren,
for a long time, and their show at
yeah.
History is perfect. So it's the last $60 I need to spend on this band.
Is that all it was? $60.
$60 at History. It's actually
Uh,
66, but my lucky number.
okay, let's talk about what this podcast is, and let's go into a little bit here. And all right, normally we're going to be going through a classic album, probably single album, maybe some of them will be a little bit about bands, but we'll just do a little quick intro to what the format is and everything here. First episode. Gotta say this. I'm going to put a little disclaimer in here. Don't know if you
What do
like
we got?
this, but we are
What's that?
not music journalists, experts, historians. We may not even be fans of these bands, so don't
Oh,
expect anything, too correct
don't
or
don't. But
don't expect
I
too
mean,
much information. We're going through the Wikipedia is mostly what we're going to be doing, but
I like
we're
to
going
think
to.
that I'm still a fan, and I'm listening to these bands on a daily basis.
I'm saying we're going to talk mostly about the topic album, but we're going to drift into their other albums, or sometimes we're just going to talk about the band in general. But some of these things, I'm not digging too deep into them. Some of them we may know them as albums we've been listening to all our lives, but some of them I'm sure are going to be riddled with mistakes. So I feel like we should mention any glaring omissions in later episodes if someone
Yeah,
listens to this and we really make a mistake, we'll fix it. I think, right? I think we should also mention, encourage people to listen to these things before or after, so we're not, just everyone's got Spotify or Apple Music. Throw these albums on.
yeah. I'm gonna make
Um,
some mixes for each
oh,
episode
nice.
and
Okay,
songs we're
so Duncan,
talking about, and.
yeah, if we mention other albums, Duncan will throw it on a mix, and
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
yeah, yeah. Big shout out to the POD cast. This is Mr. Brian Quimby, John Cullen, huge fans of their other podcast. It's basically what we're trying to emulate here, but theirs is
Yeah.
about new metal. And
It's funny. It's funny on the new episode. I've actually gotten into Spine Shank a little bit. I've been listening to this
I
pretty good, like really good. Actually, I'll say.
I
I don't know how we missed them. It's funny how like the first episode coming out that we're doing is going to be lit, and when that came out is when I was the most into new metal. So
um lit. Yeah,
like we
Brian
didn't we
hates
didn't
lit.
listen to we didn't actually get too heavy into lit till that album was out for maybe a half a year.
I mean, maybe that's where we should start. Is we okay. I mean, maybe before Duncan, we're going to talk a little bit about our favorite albums last year. But maybe before we do that, let's first talk about when did you first hear about pop punk? And uh,
I
I
mean,
think it was after nu metal, right?
well, I
Was
mean,
pop punk?
we're calling Green Day pop punk.
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
absolutely.
So I mean, that's grade 5. That's grade 4 or 5.
Grade 4.
But I
Green
mean,
Day
like
was grade
it's like
4.
I'm listening to the Lion King soundtrack at the same time. Like in the same breath, I'm listening to Ace of Base, and so it's like I was listening to pop punk. But I mean, really, honestly, it's funny how this album lit kind of is the beginning almost of a bit of that pop punk, like wanting to be in a band. We are covering the album, like all kinds of like segues into pop punk just slowly.
I feel that yeah, okay. Other than Green Day, I feel was early. They were not like the
But they were
wave of
always
pop
there.
punk. They were always
That's the
there.
thing, that they were always
And at the
there.
time that Dookie was out and Insomniac, when we got into them, which was grade 4 for sure, I remember
Yeah.
all of that. It was definitely not considered pop punk. That's not even what we're like talking
No,
about here, even though
that's
absolutely they are the pop punk band for us. But
yeah.
we were into new metal, Kid Rock, like, and all the stuff from the POD cast. I remember
Significant Other was like really big at
Korn,
the
right?
time. Yep,
Like, yeah, we
Korn.
were Limp
Issues was
Bizkit
like
was coming out.
big
It
in
was changing our
'99.
lives. Yeah. No, and then I think around that time, I think also hearing on The Edge, hearing on Q107, even like, no, they weren't playing Lit on Q107. Anyway, that's we were
Yeah.
starting to hear some pop punk. Blink was also a big part of that too. Enema is when it really, obviously we knew
Yeah,
Dude Ranch, but
but I mean, even then, like we didn't still get into Enema till 2000 ish. I mean,
yeah.
I got at least I didn't. Like
Anyway, I feel like
I was still
that's,
chewing on the Significant Others, and
yeah. Oh no, for sure, for sure. Okay. I mean, that's what the show will be about, though, is getting into pop punk, all the albums that are inspired by it. Either, I wouldn't even call Lit. What are we talking about? We're not listing every band we're going to talk about right here.
I would call it and this album pop punk. But
Anything
I
that is,
mean,
yeah,
it's all very like the umbrella. It's all
yeah. Anything under that umbrella, but it doesn't necessarily have to be pop punk. Okay. Speaking of that, all right. We will talk about some of the first pop punk shows, getting into all that. But Duncan, let's just quickly a little talk about it.
What do you got?
What?
What do you got?
No. Let's talk about the big albums of last year. Let's should we talk
Yeah,
about that now or no?
yeah, no, 100%. I mean,
Okay.
it was
Get
a
it out
big
of the
year
way.
big year for
Let's hear
starting
your
line for me.
list. Let's hear about it.
To me, number one is it's starting line. Seeing them in the summer, the album just didn't disappoint at all for me. It was everything. It's still not. I'm still not sick of it. But Hot Mulligan, very strong. Saw them live at History.
I I would say Hot Mulligan is the premier. They have the pop punk title right now.
Ooh, you want to talk about that now?
I mean, I just have it written down here. Like,
Yeah,
I'm getting into them a
I'm
lot,
okay. I'm
but
okay with saying that.
there is
Do you want
always
to
a
have
band
that?
who's kind of,
Do you want to have a pop
yeah.
punk title update every time?
No,
I'm,
it's going to be. I'm only talking about like every few years. There's a band that pushes the boundaries on the
no,
genre.
Newfound Glory is defending is coming up as a challenger for that title in February.
No, they
Yeah.
had it at one point, in my opinion, for sure.
Yeah, and February 20th, new album. Listen Up, their 11th album. It's a big one for me. But I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
But
All right. What other albums of the year? Let's get
getting back to last year.
your 5 of the years. You got your starting line. You got what else?
I got Pet Symmetry. I mean, you got me into that, and I mean it's actually got me into digging more into it over it. And Algernon Cadwallader, got that. We saw that. I'm going to say Turnstile for me.
Yep, that was a big one. That was a big follow up this year, wasn't it?
I mean, the Goo Goo Dolls had a big one, and I saw them live. I got tickets for them coming up. I'm actually meeting them soon. Meeting the Goo Goo Dolls.
Wow, not many single men going to do that.
Yeah, third row center, second row actually. Second row. Motion City Soundtrack had a big one. Really like that.
Oh, that came out this year. Okay.
Really like that one. See, the thing about that one is that I didn't have the highest expectations, and it was better than the last album. So I mean, they're kind of back. they came, I would definitely go. Jason Isbell had it like right at the beginning of the year, so it kind of got forgotten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I really
was
liked
that was
it.
that was a solo one, right?
Solo
With a
acoustic,
yeah,
yeah.
that was a really good one. Yeah, that was a share. I forgot about that
Pop's
one.
new album,
It's fine.
and Hit the Lights had a solid EP.
Nice. Okay. There you go. Yeah. All right. So as you can see, Duncan's big into pop punk. Duncan's those are most of those are punk or pop punk or
Yeah,
related. Yeah.
yeah.
So
I
I
was
mean,
actually
you're
getting
going
a
to be
little
the
bit
one.
of
Yeah.
a little bit of heat how they were all rock. Andrew said.
Yeah. I mean, other than Algernon, which again I wouldn't call them pop punk, but it's in this same genre. I feel like everything of mine is yeah. I don't. It's not in my favorites, but that Hot Mulligan, I'm listening to that tons these days. Actually, the 2020 album is the one I'm listening to a lot, but that show
Yeah,
really got me
you're
into it.
catching up. You're catching
Yeah,
up.
I'm catching up. And that's the thing, though. I'm way outside.
All
Most of
these
my
bands I've been telling you about for years. You guys are catching up.
yeah. But I'm in general way off the genre. I don't listen to pop punk on a daily basis, weekly basis, here and there. But most of the stuff I'm listening to is not under this. But yeah, the
I
bands
mean,
will
I wouldn't
catch
say
me, and
it's
that's
getting much. It's not getting much better, but I mean, there's definitely some good new bands that like Neck Deep. I think you would like Neck Deep a lot. Like Story So Far.
yeah. I
Their
think
new
you
stuff's
told me about
pretty
that.
good.
Yeah.
Like
No,
Turnstile.
I'm
You
excited
like the
with
new
this.
Turnstile.
With the show, I'm excited to listen to more of these and listen to them, ones that I missed and some albums I haven't listened to in a long time again. But I will tell you, like, I do not put on Newfound Glory ever. I do not put on Starting Line
And you're
ever, other
not
than
gonna
that
like
new
the new
album,
one.
which I liked. Yeah,
Did you like to listen to new singles?
I liked the new Starting Line. It was great. Yeah,
No, the new
Newfound.
singles. The new.
I'll listen to the album when it comes out. I'm not, but yeah, I'll listen. I'll listen to it soon. And what is it? February? Yeah, like, but I'm excited to hear some of these things and new albums by them. But in general, though, I'm not a pop punk fan like you are. Pop punkers, as the subreddit is. Have you been to that subreddit, Duncan?
No, I haven't.
All right. Well, do I have a surprise for you? We're gonna go to it. No, it's. I think it is the subreddit. Maybe I could be wrong, but let me share my screen. Yeah, Duncan.
You gonna share it here?
I am sharing, and yeah, can you see? Perfect. See that?
Nope.
No, really?
Oh yeah, on Teams. Yeah.
Yes, on Teams. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Anyway, wow. Okay, I don't know. I haven't been on the subreddit too long, but this is the pop punk subreddit, so I think this is where you'd be getting all your news, your AMAs, whatever. Let's go through it together. Let's
Oh.
see what's
Yeah,
going on in the pop punk world. We've got
all this fuck. Yeah, it's all fuck.
we've got yeah. Oh yeah, it's a lot of. There's been a
good.
not to date when the podcast is, but there has been some sort of shooting. Remember, this is not a political podcast, but I'm sure it's going to come up.
Nothing political
especially
about
these
it.
days. We do, yeah. So no effects. Okay, so people are just posting lyrics. It's nothing. Oh, there we go.
What does that open your eyes? So they're just random posts.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a subreddit, so it'll just be people, but it does have, that's what we're looking for is stuff like this when people ask questions or stuff. So here we go. So what bands mix Midwest emo with easycore? Let's see what the top one is. Good Terms. Wow, never heard of them. Do you know them? I don't even know what either of those. Well, Midwest emo, I think, is like Algernon. What's that?
Okay.
Other band?
Yeah.
Get Up Kids, right? Get Up Kids have got to be Midwest emo. Braid,
Like American football.
American football, right?
I guess so.
Okay. Anyway, so this is a little pop punk subreddit that I think we gotta once in a while jump in on. But we also will every episode do a little chorus.fm. Check it out. See what the headlines are. Duncan. Here we go.
Ooh,
Cartel,
there's a new Cartel song I've never heard.
Wow.
Oh, I did hear that actually, but it's not on streaming. But it might be on streaming now. Yeah, it's a pretty good new Cartel album. Actually, is coming out. I guess.
Wow. Okay.
When at the show they were talking about
it. The format that came out on Friday as well too. Did you listen to that? I liked it.
A little bit, and then I got busy at work, and I had to get back to work. But
so yeah.
Well, I was listening to New Goldfinger that day, and then I was listening to a couple of POD casts, and
no, it's fine. It's fine.
Then I put on format when you mentioned it because I kind of forgot about it, and I
I loved dog problems. Is that the other
Dog
one? That
Problems
was a
is really strong. Yeah,
yeah, it's good. I still like anything that
those
Bleachers
are the
has
only
done.
two
Is
vinyl that I have.
yeah, dog problems is a good one, and they're coming here. I think we should check it out. We get a cheap ticket. Anyway, it's here's a review here of Goldfinger's Nine Lives as well. But I'm curious to see how this format gets. Nothing else big. We can.
Dog Problems and
Oh,
Interventions and Lullaby.
uh, Mark Hoffus presents Mike Dirnt with Bass Award.
Yeah,
Wow,
you didn't see? Did you see that?
didn't see that. No, I. That's cool though. Let's see. I'm gonna click the link in that. Oh, I mean I don't have Insty,
It's a
but
little long, but really touching. Yeah.
wow, that's cool. All right, so there you go. That is a big moment in pop punk history right there.
No, it really was.
I mean, we got to say, I mean, now that we're talking about it, out of who is the big three or big four in pop punk? It's got to be
I
Blink
mean,
One Eighty Two.
well, the Rushmore. I mean, I guess we don't want to. We don't need
And
to
I'm
talk.
saying for everyone, we're not talking about our favorites. We're talking about like in general, who are the
We're
big
giving it to
three.
Green Day, Blink. I mean, my other two have always been Newfound Glory and Wonder Years, but I'll give it to Newfound Glory over Wonder Years for the longevity. Just like
Yeah,
just
I mean,
because they're
it's
yeah.
no
I'd say
doubt about it.
Newfound Glory is that third, but I really do like would totally understand if someone said Follow Boy, someone said. I guess Fall Out Boy is kind of the third one, but I mean, for me, it's Newfound Glory.
Uh, yeah, I mean, definitely Blink, definitely Green Day, but I think we're missing and we're underestimating how big Sum 41 really is. And I mean,
I
Fall Out
mean,
Boy. I feel like those are
like
the four. I mean,
you're not putting them over Newfound Glory.
all right. So here's just
Some
look.
people
I just
would,
searched
some
this.
people would, and I respect it. But and let's have the conversation. Like,
Okay, so
what would be Sum 41's best album? All Killer. To me, it's probably All Killer, then Infected, and then their first three are very very solid. But I mean, I kind of tapped out after that.
I mean, most
Like
of their fans are their later albums. They when we saw their final, the second last show, they barely played the first two albums. They didn't play anything from actually they must have played one or two songs from
my
each of
friend
them. But
Greg, he really likes them. He swears by that Chuck album.
yeah.
But
Oh yeah, I mean, but they're way bigger. Their later albums than they were. Anyway,
I guess, but I mean, once you
to
kind of
us
lose
they
a
were.
member, because I mean, to me, the drummer was always a solid member. So once he kind of left, I just didn't need any more Sum 41, and that was enough to chew on. But Newfound Glory, it's like, I can't wait for the album, and it's like,
Yeah.
there's a big
All right,
difference. But
I just
to
searched
each
it
their
on
own.
Pop Punkers here. What's the big four of pop punk? Let's see. Let's just see what the internet random people say. But this is
Yeah, what does it
2 years ago
say?
in the things, and top rated
There's going to be
thing
a lot of
was
Simple
it's
Plan,
most
Sum
definitely Green
41.
Day, Blink 182,
They're
Newfound
going to
Glory,
be
and
they're
Sum
in
41.
everyone's.
So yeah. So I'm thinking it is, and then other people said maybe second, Simple Plan,
I would
Fall
say
Out Boy,
Good
Paramore,
Charlotte's
and
got to
Yellow
be
Card.
in
Yeah.
some people's.
Yeah, I mean, and then under there's more comments here, obviously, but people are mentioning like Offspring and stuff. You do see Wonder Years, Neck Deep. Wow, people are even saying they're state champs. I know you like that one. The story so far, that's a big one too, right?
I mean, they're good, but I wouldn't put them above a lot of bands.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's interesting to see. I don't know. I just searched that and got your reaction. But yeah, I mean, this takes us into. I think we got to explain like what we're even talking about and like what kind of pop punk because right now, if you search the term pop punk Wikipedia, where we're going to be getting most of our information here, the first bands that are pop punk are none of the ones that we're going to be talking about.
Second
We
wave,
are
right?
talking about second mainstream wave, maybe first mainstream wave of pop punk, but man, first pop punk bands. Let's go through it here. A little bit of this, Duncan. I'd love to hear your reaction to this, but who do you think is one of the first pop punk bands?
Are you showing this to me?
Oh no, I'm not. I'm not
Or are
here.
you just
Okay,
asking
let's
me?
go through. Well, I mean, I'm just gonna. I want you to guess
What's the
here too.
question?
Okay. Since this is the first episode and we're just goofing around a little bit, let's actually look up the term pop punk. Pop punk. So it does have a hyphen. I don't know. Is that known?
Ooh,
Did you know the term pop punk has a hyphen according to Wikipedia?
it can.
I mean, other names are pop punk, like they're punk pop. No one
Yeah.
really says that, but I don't know. It's a rock music that blends rock music genre that combines elements of punk rock and pop. defines as its fast-paced, energetic tempos and emphasis on classic pop songcraft, as well as adolescent and anti-suburbia themes. Wow, so that's a big part of it early. Okay,
Yeah.
it does have inspiration Beatles, Kinks, Beach Boys, but here we go. The genre's roots are found during the late 70s with groups such as the Ramones, the Undertones, and Buzzcocks, and then in the 80s with bands such as Bad Religion, Descendants, and Misfits. While not necessarily pop punk in and of themselves were influential to pop punk, it expanded in the late 80s and early 90s by a host of bands signed to Lookout, including Screeching Weasel, The Queers, Mr. T Experience. Okay, before we get into the next bands, Duncan, thoughts on any of these bands? Ramones, pop
I like
punk?
them.
Yeah, I love the Ramones.
I
Who
like the
doesn't?
Misfits. I like Bad Religion. I should actually listen to some more Descendants, but I mean, I don't know much of them.
Uh, I don't know enough. I mean, I've seen them a couple
The
times,
Kinks,
but
I like the
it,
Kinks.
I don't know. I mean, that's I don't know about the Kinks. Out of Beatles, Kinks, and Beach Boys, right here, absolutely,
I
the
mean, I'd
Kinks
go
will
all
last
three.
the three.
I'd go all
But
three.
yeah, no, and again, this is just. I mean,
But I mean, I'm not reaching for them too much, but it's like they're very essential.
um, yeah, I will say I do not know the Undertones music at all. But Northern Ireland band. Okay, so we got to listen to them before we start
In the
talking
the 70s.
about pop punk like we are. Buzzcocks, of course, know them. Duncan, you've seen that? Were you at that Pearl Jam show when they opened one time? Maybe not. Way back in the day at Amphitheater.
No, I've seen
Okay,
I've seen
they
Program twice,
uh,
and they
yeah
definitely didn't open.
Buzzcocks. One time I saw them open for Pearl Jam. Don't know them enough. Bad Religion, obviously seen a couple times.
Yeah, my
Great
brother's
band.
really into them.
I wouldn't say they're pop punk at all. But again, these are not. This is just the roots of the genre. Without these bands, there would be no pop punk. I would say I would agree for sure.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
Descendants, yeah, same thing. Yeah, American punk band, yeah, California punk, yeah, and Misfits. I mean, yeah, I think they definitely do bring some, especially on the Alkaline Trio side of. Would you consider Alkaline Trio pop punk?
yeah. I was having that conversation today. Um,
We'll be
I
talking
would,
maybe.
but I mean, it's almost like it's very punk until like I would say Infirmary, and then it starts to kind of really get pop punk. Like it take the pop punk kind of takes over, but it's more, I guess, what do you call it? Like emo punk? No,
I know they're like what. I'm curious to see what they have them as the genre in Wikipedia, but we'll save that for the Alkaline Trio episode. But what we will be talking about here in this mostly I'd say is going to be starting at the 90s and onwards pop punk. We're going to definitely be talking about Green Day, Offspring, definitely talk about a couple Blink albums.
yeah.
I think we're going to have to do at least a episode or two about Sum 41, Newfound, Good Charlotte,
The
absolutely.
Ataris, the Ataris.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I'm just following this here, but then, yep.
Newfound
And then
Glory.
mainstream popularity, mid to late 2000s, Fall Out Boy, My Chemical Romance, Paramore. Yep, we were definitely there. You stuck around throughout the whole 2010s and into the 20s as well. Excited to hear
Yeah,
about
but
that era.
I got picky.
You got picky, but
Got a
and
little
then
picky.
wow, right in the Wikipedia article mentions this too. In the early 2000s, a new crop of pop punk music began experiencing mainstream resurgence with various new acts such as Machine Gun Kelly,
Not into any of this young
Kenny
blood.
Hoopla, and Youngblood.
Yeah, not into
So
any of that.
yeah, well, all right.
It's funny actually on the new Goldfinger is a lot of like that kind of sounding like it's like there's all these guests that I've never even heard of, and it's like they come in and it's just like it's like am I listening to Goldfinger? Yeah, but I mean like it's not terrible, but the
Yeah,
lows are really bad.
yeah. So I guess the most of the stuff we're going to be talking about is going to be stuff from I'd say 90s to the 2020s. Maybe some stuff later on newer. Maybe we'll kind of save it for some bonus episodes or some Patreon one day if we
Yeah,
ever
we might do some polls, do some
uh,
voting.
but in general we're going to be talking about what? So here's some albums. Let's talk about maybe the first albums we're going to do here, Dunk. Just so
I
people know what
mean,
we're going
I
to be.
would say Takes to Your Grave, Fall Out Boy should be coming up.
Yeah, for sure.
Jimmy World, Bleed
A Third Eye
American with
Blind.
that tour coming up, we should probably get into.
Absolutely, Bleed Americans on the list.
Yeah,
I think we got to do an Alkaline Trio.
That for the End Is Forever Ataris. I think we should hold off on Sugar Cult for a little while.
I think that's one of the ones we got to do early.
I know you've been itching to do that.
And the only reason is anytime I look up bands on Spotify and I see artists similar as them, like Sugar Cult's one of the top ones that keep coming up. I don't know why they're so high,
I'm
but
surprised because their first album that was popular, but I felt like I was all alone for their next two.
you were alone for a while with Sugar Cult, man. I couldn't even remember that second album, but I remember it was nowhere near. But we'll talk about that on that one. We got to do the Sugar Cult sooner than later. All right. Um,
I think we should
okay.
do a Dashboard episode as well. Like he's throwing
100%. I'm right.
he's
I'm
throwing
adding that to the list. Yeah,
getting into
Dashboard
some
for sure.
further Seems Forever stuff, maybe some early Chris.
Well, we got to talk about we were there during some of the big moments. We were there during some of the good Charlottes at playing at the Cool House. We were there for the Dashboards sing-alongs with who was that tour at Cool House
Dashboard at Cool House? No.
with like a bunch of punk bands or something. Like who was Dashboard touring at that time? Anyway, okay,
We saw Dashboard a few times.
okay. So first time hearing pop punk other than Green Day, then, because obviously first time hearing Green Day is going to be a big moment. That's your first time hearing punk in
I mean,
general, though, too.
thinking about
So
it, it I mean, it would probably be a little bit of Blink, like with Damn It, um,
okay.
Damn It and Josie. But I mean, even then, it's like I knew it, but it's like I wasn't like buying the CDs. Like honestly, this first lit that we're gonna do, the first episode was kind of like felt like one of the first pop punk. It kind of felt like a start of something. I mean, if we're not really counting Green Day, like the couple, Dookie, Nimrod.
So when would be the first time you heard that first lit, and
Well, I mean,
where?
we would have seen the Ziploc video, and I mean, it's funny because in that video, I mean, we'll talk about this, but Blink is actually running through naked as a bit of a cameo. It's like it's a nice little
Are they?
crossover. Yeah, yep, they're running through the video
Oh, I
naked.
remember
It's like
that.
an all the small. It's like a what's my age again?
Um,
And then let's playing above a pool.
yeah. So that was just it. Just all of a sudden came on the rotation then too. It must have just been a
Well, I mean, that was on the radio. That was pretty big.
yeah. So Edge 102,
And I was in a
much
state where
music.
I was trying to always buy new CDs and like looking for new stuff. And I mean, lit was kind of
Yeah,
a
Lit came to all of us at the same time too. I think it wasn't like one of us found it and like you got to check out Lit. Lit was everywhere.
yeah.
So you think that was one of the first pop punk, really?
Well,
Okay, I
you
will say
tell me
this.
because I mean, I was listening to Papa Roach and like Significant
Yeah,
Other really heavily in '99, and that's when this one came out.
like I feel that okay, other than Green Day, because that wasn't when we were into Green Day, it wasn't considered pop punk. Even when we got into Blink, like Dude Ranch, I don't think they were considered a pop punk band for that album. I think by the second album, that was instantly pop punk. They were a skate punk band. Like, yeah, it was. Now looking back, it's all under pop punk. But so I think at that time, I really do think it was probably that Newfound album, or it was probably
Yeah, but that's in
like
2000. That
and
was
when
in
was that? So
2000.
2000, or was it some
No,
for? No, it couldn't have been some 41.
no, Sum
Anyway, it was
41's
around
all
that
after
time.
that because
Because
I remember buying the CD off Nick in 2000, probably late 2000, and you know.
okay, yeah, well, I
But yes,
yeah,
that would have been one of the first. You're right, and I mean I'm even going to throw Eve Six in there. Like I'm
yeah.
throwing Horoscope and First Eve Six as like pop punk. Like that's definitely a little bit of the root of us kind of
I don't
getting into
know.
that.
I mean,
Like
it's the roots, and that's why I'm even saying like Lit is not Lit. Lit to me is not a pop punk band, and like even that album, sure, it's a little bit, but not in the same way. Okay, yeah. I
I,
mean, Eve Six
did
a
you
little
listen to
bit
it?
too, but I think the first one that I was like, this is pop punk. It was that Newfound album. So, but I'm not sure when. Yeah, what about the Sum 41? Okay. Um, all right, yeah. For me, I think it must have been that same thing. But I got a little surprise for us here because I think there was a big moment in our pop punk lives. I'm going to share my screen again here. You're going to check your teams. There we go, and we're going to check. We did go to Warp Tour in 2000. We went for Green Day, and I think
Yeah, who played that Warp Tour? Gob was
exactly.
at that Warp Tour.
Let's see who was at that because that's where we were now. Yeah,
It's '99, right? Or was it 2000?
this is 2000. So then we went up to Molson Amphitheater. The only reason we were into everything else, but we new friends into punk. We were going for Green Day. Your parents dropped us off. It was me, you, your brother, a couple of his friends. We were there, just Green Day and a couple other bands. And who did we get to see? Yeah, so we got Green Day. I don't remember Animal, but Anti-Flag. I remember that they were playing same time as Green Day, right
No
behind
Effects.
them as well. Yeah. We got Biff Naked played that. Do you remember that? I don't remember her.
Hot Water Music.
Yeah. Gob. Yeah, I remember that. Hot Water Music, Jersey, Jurassic 5. Okay. What else did we get to see? Melon Collins. So there wasn't even much pop punk then, too. This is still a lot more like skate punk, like MXPX. Yeah, they're a pop punk band now.
Save Ferris. We definitely watched them.
Definitely watch them. Yeah, yeah. No Effects, Snapcase, the Bosstones, Sum 41 played too. Suicide Machines. Okay, so
That day was all
Twinfold.
about Green Day, though.
Remember them. That day was all about Green Day for sure too. So this was probably one of our first. Obviously, I saw Green Day before that. I think was this your first time seeing Green Day? This one?
It was, yes.
Yeah, I think that was
And my
just before
ankle
Nimrod.
still is fucked.
All right, that was our first pop punk show. This moment, this was the pinnacle of. This is when pop punk was just on top of the world, and we were there. Oh, look at that Silverchair. Anyway, okay, so that's just for the first episode, a couple big moments. What we're talking about. First pop punk show, first pop punk tour we went to, big festival. I would say that Newfound album was one of the ones that really launched us into that. And yeah, any thoughts about that, Dunk?
On that, the self-titled Newfound.
Yeah, no,
I mean,
just in
to
general.
me, I
But
put it in top
anything
10
we've
of
talked
all.
about.
I put it top 10 albums pop punk all time. And it's funny, I was giving my list to Andrew today.
Okay, save your lists for deep into the show. Like, and yeah, we're not going to go through our favorites in the first episode. What's the point of anyone even watching? But also, we're not going to be just listing the favorite. I mean, you're probably going to go through a bunch of the favorite ones, but I don't think I have any of these lists made up.
No, I mean, they're
them
not
up on the
made up.
spot.
They're all right here.
Oh, you write them down.
No, they're all right in my head.
Oh. Oh, okay. All right. First episode. This is just a test. What else are you listening to here, bud? Anything else?
I mean, I've got. I'm listening to a lot of Poison the Well. You ever hear of them?
I don't honestly. I listened to them before, but I don't listen to them enough. But I know that they're good. Yeah, I'm gonna throw them on the Spotify.
Very strong. They're coming. Coincidence, but I mean, it's just like I was listening to them. They kind of came on random and just they kind of are very powerful and they hit me at the right time. And I've been
Which
putting
album should I
them
listen
on.
to?
What's that?
Tear from the Red.
Yeah, and
Okay.
yeah, Opposite of December.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, you guys played them back in the day all the time.
A little bit, yeah. But I mean, it's just I've been listening to them a bit, and Title Fight, kind of getting into them. Never kind of slept on them a bit.
Me too. I think
kind of listening to
a friend of the show played them not too long ago at your house, and I also started listening to them a little bit more.
Kind of had Goldfinger on a bit of repeat, but it's definitely slowing down. Been listening to a lot of that new This Is Lorelei.
Yeah, the songs from the EPs redone. Yeah, no, for sure.
You know who else has a new album coming out that I've been listening to?
Who?
American Hi-Fi. Definitely, we're doing that album.
Oh, we're absolutely doing that album. 100% doing that album.
That's actually one of the first ones because that's 2001.
Yeah, that was around that time, right?
Yeah, a lot of these things I did alone.
All right. Okay. Normally we're gonna have a little bit of a segment at the end, but today for this one we're just signing off. Duncan, anything else you wanna talk about here?
Lots I got to talk about.
We'll save it for another episode. We don't want to spoil it all in the first time.
I saw a Green Day Dookie action figure, Kerplunk action figure. It's like the girl comes with And there's also the Kerplunk one's the action figure with the girl, and the Dookie is like the dog.
Where'd you see this?
Oh, they're for sale.
Yeah, where? It's online. Oh, really?
Record stores online.
Yeah. Wow, you gotta get that. That's a nice little.
I'll probably buy it for my brother for his birthday. So if he's listening, you know what you're getting.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Sean.
When's his birthday?
June 15th.
Wow. Okay, so hopefully this comes out before then.
I hope so. You have any tickets for any shows coming up?
Oh, I'm laughing, man. I'm laughing. This is gonna sound funny. Tickets for shows. Geez. What have I got? What did I get? I'm in the pop punk universe or just in general.
Just in general.
Going to see Courtney Marie Andrews. She actually she used to play second guitar in Jimmy actually as a touring guitarist. She's got a couple soul albums that are great. What else did I get a ticket to?
You're waiting for
Drug
the.
Church. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna go to Drug Church.
When's
I think
that?
they're playing with a band called it's like not till April, but playing with a band called White Reaper, who I don't really know, but I think they're like a rock band. And what else?
Did you get your Wonder Years ticket?
No, I didn't get that. No, no, no. Is it sold out?
No, I haven't looked, but I don't think so. But I wouldn't wait too long. You're waiting for a free golf in your ticket.
Nah. Yeah, and even Wonder Years again. Like I've seen them a bunch, and I don't need to necessarily see them every time, but I know they're doing that album front to back, and I've been listening to it just to see if I like it.
And that
I did.
Jimmy and Pup show.
Yep, that's just out. You got a ticket to that? Are you going to go to that?
No, I didn't get a ticket yet. I'm kind of waiting
No.
for everyone to kind of turn their key, you know?
Yeah, no, yeah. Same. I mean, I'll go to that for sure, but don't need to buy a ticket in advance, and that's at a big venue, so it's not going to sell out or anything like that. Yeah. Okay, let's wrap up this first episode. Just at least a thing. I'm going to stop the recording now. Thank you, everybody, and yeah, thanks for listening to our test episode.